Okay, so we are headed to a national monument whose name I cannot pronounce. I just call it the Chewbaccan National Monument. I will figure out how to say it later. I think it's Chirichua, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, it's going to take us about 45 minutes to get there, so we're going to do a hike, maybe 2 hikes, see what the National Monument's all about, and kind of go from there. Then we're going to go to Apple Annie's country store.
You gonna get some more apples?
I'm probably going to get some more apples. Maybe they won't cost us $24 in order fees this time.
That's another story.
Yeah, that's another story. What else? What else are we doing today? We might go to Tombstone. It's just an hour away. If we don't do that today, we might do it tomorrow.
We're now on the 15th day of our trip, so we've been on the road for 2 weeks, and I think 3 months is going to be real easy to accomplish.
Yeah.
It's just one day after the next day, It's pretty good.
Yeah, we've got it down to a good routine.
I think I am getting tired of seeing all the desertness. I think I'm ready to see some greenery.
Oh, you're going to see some greenery. You're going to get tired of seeing ocean and trees.
Okay.
Sorry about the camera work on that last video. This is what the road looks like. We finally made it to Chiricahua, I think is how you say that. Got a trail map. And this is the road over to the actual trailhead. We started seeing rocks and just started taking pictures.
We thought these rocks were just amazing until we got into the canyon and saw the rest of the rocks.
Yeah, stay tuned. Everywhere we turned, it was crazy. This is kind of the canyon along the side of the road. This is the trail that we're going to go on. Shows the elevation. There's Raymond standing by a rock. And then there's me standing by a rock.
And then there's us standing by a rock. We are on Echo Canyon Trail, doing a little hike. First 50 steps down the trail, I twisted my ankle. It was pretty bad. Jen almost made me go back, but we're going to go forward.
No. Jen tried to make you go back, and you're too stubborn to not go back.
What? Bye.
We found out after the hike that this is a volcanic created canyon 23, 24 million years ago.
Right.
And these formations that you see, I call them monuments, are all just globs of lava that just stacked up while it was forming.
It had more solid areas in some places than it did the surrounding area.
Right.
I feel like every time we turn around a corner, we're taking pictures of rocks.
But these are cool rocks.
These are cool rocks. When we got back to the visitor center, we were looking at pictures, and I was amazed at how some of these stand so tall and don't fall. And what happened was during their creation, there's a more solid center of that rock. It goes all the way up through the center that holds it to standing up. And we asked about any of them falling, and she said that they have one ranger that said that he was in the park one day when he heard one rock fall. And as far as they know, it's all they've ever heard fall. And they have had a 7.2 Richter scale earthquake,
Yep.
And none of these fail. So some of those that are just sitting up there on the peak with just looks like nothing under them to hold them at all, they've lasted through a 7.2 earthquake and are still standing. This place is just an amazing place to go to. I know there's more monument areas, and we'll make it to those one day in our travels, but this really amazed me. It was a good trip. Thank you, Jen. I was just walking down the trail, telling Jen, I think we're about out of all the big rocks, and then you turn to the right side, and what do you see?
Here I was trying to get a picture of the valley below the canyon. You can kind of see it better there. It looks pretty cool looking. we're headed back up the trail, just more rocks. It was literally everywhere you turned. It was like, oh, there's more rocks. Oh, look, more rocks. It even got to be a kind of a joke. It was like, hey, hun, there's more rocks.
And believe it or not, they all don't look the same.
They don't. So we had said that we were done with rocks, but here we are in a canyon full of rocks that are all super cool. And there's just so many of them. This hike is going to take longer because we're stopping to take all the pictures. So, like Raymond said, this was a really cool hike, and I didn't expect this to be as neat as it was. And if this is one national monument, I'd be interested to see Monument Valley, wherever that is. We ended up going past Echo Park, which is on the trail, and it does actually echo. We played with that a little bit. That was kind of fun.
So we have a friend, her name's called Peggy, and I'm dedicating all these pictures to Peggy because we nicknamed her Picture Taking Peggy when we go hiking because of all the pictures she takes. I am now guilty.
This area was a little different just because it had this little arch, it had this freestanding, and a kind of a monument, and it kind of had like a, for lack of a better term, a slot canyon that we walked through.
We are headed back out, and we took the uphill grade steepest on the way out, but this, I think we got the best looking views going out. This is two of the balance rocks, and then here's one huge rock that we got to walk under. I hope it stays there another 1,000 years.
This park has several different trails. One of the trails was Pinnacle Balance Rock and Balance Rock, and right there I think that is Pinnacle Rock, and that's not Balance Rock. But we did not do those hikes. They were long and hard, and I don't do long and hard hikes anymore. So so this is just the scenery as we come back out of the canyon. Again, just more cool rocks like that one leaning over on the other ones. Got a picture of Raymond looking at them all. And the moss on them was interesting, as dry as this area is. That one was kind of a neat one.
We have just walked into Faraway Ranch, the old homestead. They called it Faraway because it was far away from anywhere else. You were allowed to go look through the windows on most of the buildings on the property, but you couldn't get to the main house. Jen did see the bathtub that they had sitting out in the yard, and apparently they built a fire under it. And one of the scenery right there near the house was awesome. I had to take that picture. That one also was right off the front porch of one of the houses. We are driving along, and we noticed a lot of what we thought was dust storm, but apparently it is a fire way off in the distance. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. Way over there. If you enjoyed our video, please select the subscribe and the like button below. To get to our next video, select one of the tabs. Comments are always welcome.